Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I achieved this super cute, slightly smoky, very emerald green eyeshadow look just in time for St. Patrick's Day. So keep on watching to see how I achieved this look. I'm going to start by priming my eyes using the P. Louise base in the shade 0. And I'm just going to take a relatively small amount. And I prefer to blend this out with my finger. I just find it works better this way. And since I am starting with eyeshadow first, I want to make sure to get that base completely covering any area where the eyeshadow may end up. And I'm going to be using the Colourpop Just My Luck palette today. First, I'm going to start with this dense crease brush and I'm going to dip into Act Natural. And then I'm just going to really pack that into the crease. And I want the majority of the pigmentation from this shade to be on the outer edge of the eye. So I'm just going back in and packing that on there, mainly, like I said, on the outer edge of the eye and the crease. Alright, now that I got that shade nice and packed on, I'm going to go into Chances Are on this angled shading brush. And then I'm just going to use that to diffuse those outer edges of Act Natural. Okay, we could definitely use some more Act Natural, so I'm going to go back in with some of that. I really want this outer corner to be nice and pigmented and deep and smoky, and then just going back in with no additional product on this brush to blend that out a little bit more. And then I'm going to bring Act Natural into the front half of the crease just a touch more, and then just keep blending until it is nice and blended. So now I'm just taking the tip of this brush to try to diffuse that harsh line as much as possible, still taking no additional product. Now, sticking with that same crease brush and dipping back into Act Natural, I'm going to really pack that on the outer corner of my lids. And then to finish up the eyes for now, I'm going to dip into Big Banks. And just pop that on the lid and make sure to blend it into Act Natural. I also like to kind of blend up in swirling motions into that crease, just so that way we don't have any harsh lines, because this is not a cut crease look. I'm actually going to go back into a little bit of Chances Are, just because a lot of that color really got lost here in the front half of my eye. Just touch that up a little bit. So like I said, we'll be coming back to the eyes later, but for now I'm going to move on to the rest of the face, and I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Glow Foundation in the shade 201, and I just realized I never primed my face. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick using the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, concentrating it anywhere where I have large pores. Now I'm going to go in with foundation. Okay, so we need to talk. So my Saturday series, Didn't Make Up the Mystery. If you're new here, that's what it's called. If you're not new here, then I'm sure you're well aware about it. So I was supposed to have a new video go up last weekend, and I had told you guys in advance that it was going to be going up, and then things happened, and I'm sure you're aware it did not go up. So that was the second week in a row that I had attempted to get that particular story up for you guys, and I don't know if it's the universe telling me to like stop this series, or if it's just that story in particular that the universe doesn't want me to tell, because what is going on? I really don't know what happened with that video, because the first week I just ended up losing all my notes, and I went back through and got all my notes again, and then I filmed it, did my rough edit, and then I closed out of my editor, saved everything, and then I went to go open it back up the next day, and every time I tried to open that particular file, my editor would crash. And then I tried opening just the videos on my laptop, and it was saying source not found. I don't know what was going on with all that. My editor has been fine ever since that issue. I really don't know why it just did not like that one video in particular. Oh, it sounds weird when I do that. Anyways, so I really don't know what to do. Like I've said before, I enjoy doing that series. It's just, it takes up so much time. I don't know. Should I keep doing it? Please let me know in the comments if you would like for me to keep doing my Didn't Make Up the Mystery series. And if you would like for me to keep doing it, let me know what topics you would like for me to talk about. Don't forget, it can always be a conspiracy theory. But yeah, I really don't know what to do about that. Now I'm going to go in with the Estee Lauder Double Wear Instant Fix Concealer, starting with the Hydra Prep side. I absolutely love this concealer. I also really like the Double Wear Foundation. This is like probably my all-time favorite concealer. I don't know what it is. And then I'm gonna let this concealer sit for a few minutes so it can be a little bit more pigmented, and while I do that, I'm gonna quickly do my brows off camera. They're not the best, but it's fine. Now this concealer should be ready to blend out. Definitely did not get enough on that eye. And then to set my face, I'm gonna be using my trusty Beauty Bakery a flower setting powder in the shade Oat, which is the translucent shade. Guess it wouldn't really be a shade if it's translucent, huh? Anyways, this is my all-time favorite setting powder. It really is translucent. It blurs pores amazingly, no flashback, and it lasts all day. I'm gonna take a small little fluffy brush to set my under eyes, and then a fluffy brush to set the rest of my face. Can't forget about that neck. And now we are going to finish up the eyes. So to do the under eyes, I'm just going to be using the same two brushes as well as the same two shades, starting with this small crease brush and going into Act Natural. I'm just going to add a little bit to my lower lash line. So I'm going to keep this shade very close to the lash line, but then the further out on the outer corner I go, I'm going to intensify it and bring it a little bit further down, and always making sure to tie it into the lid. And then going back into Chances Are, buff that out. I think this look needs just a little bit more, so I'm going to go in with this Appeal gel liner in the shade Forest Green to tightline my lower lash line. You could use green, I'm sure black would look good as well, or you can just choose to leave it blank. And then I'm going to go back in with this angled brush one last time to blend that liner into the shadows. And then moving on to contour, I'm going to be using the NYX 3 Steps to Sculpt palette for my contour today. Yo, this is like at least the third train that has gone by since I started filming this video. And now I'm going to go in with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Light. I love the smell of this stuff. I can never get enough of this smell. I don't even know what it smells like. Like, what is it supposed to be? It reminds me of like sunscreen or something, which is weird. I don't know. I just oddly like the smell of sunscreen. Maybe it just reminds me of summer. I don't know. For blush today, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. blush palette, and I'm going to dip into this really bright pink shade. Oh, I got way too much. I've really been loving a blushy nose moment. I don't know. I used to hate blush, but now I'm like obsessed with it. I don't know what the deal is. I used to never wear it, and now I can't live without it. Weird how things change. And then for highlight, I'm going to be using the Pretty Vulgar highlight in the shade Shimmering Swan. Okay, I'm not loving this with this look, so I'm actually going to go back over it with this Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighter, and this is in the shade Caught in Your Web. It is a limited edition item, so I don't think you can purchase it anymore. I've looked for it, and I cannot find it anywhere, unfortunately, because it is gorgeous, and I don't know why they would want this to be limited edition. It is too good. And I'm going to use this same highlighter to highlight my eyes. I want to keep the focus on the eyes, so I'm just going to go in with some lip liner and a gloss. I'm going to be using the Cab Beauty lip gloss in the shade Sugar and Spice. I just got this in my glossy box, so keep an eye out for that video. It will be coming up on Wednesday, I believe, unless anything changes between now and then, which I don't think it will. This lip liner is actually from Amazon. I think the little set that I got that this came in was actually a dupe for another brand. I'm not really sure, but I will link it down below. I am using the shade Natural Beige. A quick mist of setting spray using the Ciate London Everyday Vacay. And then for lashes today, I'm going to be using these magnetic Maffy lashes I got from Amazon. I do have a full review and tutorial using these coming up soon, so keep an eye out for that. And once it does go up, I will try to insert a card here. And then I'm going to use the tiniest amount of liner to finish off where the lash stops. Oh, that's attractive. Alright, this is the finished look, and now you are ready to razzle dazzle. Don't forget to let me know in the comments if you would like for me to keep continuing my Didn't Make Up the Mystery series. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!